Welcome back. In the previous classes, we have dealt with various cases, mostly application level cases. Just go through all those cases. I hope you all are familiar with the various problems which we have discussed. Okay, next session, geometric mean. We all know what is my geometric progression, its concept, and how to take numbers. And in geometric mean, it is somewhat similar to the cases which I have identified in case of arithmetic mean. So, in a geometric mean, if A, B, C are in geometric progression, then B is said to be in geometric mean between A and C. In that case, B by A equal to R equal to C by D, because we know R is a common ratio that exists between each number in a sequence that are expressed in geometric progression. So you can write that if B by A equal to R and also C by B is also R, so that B square equal to AC, because by cross multiplying the fractions you will get B square equal to AC. So just remember that in geometric progression situation, when you are computing geometric mean, there is an equation that B square equal to AC. Okay. One of the property of geometric mean is that always a series or a sequence which is in a geometric progression where geometric mean can be computed by using the scenario that AR, AR square plus AR3, AR raised to 4, AR raised to 5, AR raised to 6, and its series will be going on like that. So whenever a series or a sequence is in geometric mean, that can be expressed, or it will always be expressed in this format: A into R in the first one, followed by A into R raised to 2, then R raised to 3, R raised to 4. It will be like that. Okay, we will deal with some of the cases relating to geometric mean. Find the geometric mean between 4 and 16. Okay, here a series or a sequence where it begins with 4 and it will end with 16, I hope. So that let A is equal to 4, C equal to 16, whereby we know that in order to find any number in between two numbers in a sequence depicting geometric mean, B square equal to 4 into 16, that is 4 into 16 you will get 64, B square equal to 64, finally B equal to 8. Okay, next case. Insert find geometric mean between 2 and 1, 4, 5, 8. We have dealt with similar situations in some of the other cases of geometric progression as well as in arithmetic progression. So you are given two numbers 2 and 1, 4, 5, 8, and you need to add 5 numbers in between these two. Then finally you will get 7 numbers. From the given data you can identify that A equal to 2, N equal to 7, and T7 equal to 1, 4, 5, 8, because it is a last number. We don't know what it is. Okay, you need to ask, you are asked to find the 5 numbers, and you need to insert those 5 numbers in between these two numbers. So substituting T7 equal to AR raised to n minus 1, we know that the geometric progression equation, that is 1458 equal to 2 into R raised to 7 minus 1, thereby R raised to 6 equal to 1458 divided by 2. That means we have shifted this 2 to the left hand side of the equal sign or the other side of equal sign. Then whenever a number go to the other side of the equal sign, it will become, if it is a common number, it will become a fraction. So 1458 divided by 2, that is R raised to 6 equal to 729, and we all know how to take the fraction of a number. So by taking the exponential form or a factorial notation, you will get R equal to 3. Now you have got R. that is 3, and you know the first number. Then now it is easy to find the 5 numbers that is can be inserted in between 2, 1, 4, 5, 8. Okay, next one. Here geometric mean is in AR. We know that the geometric mean will be in the formation AR, AR raised to 2, AR raised to 3, AR raised to 4, AR raised to 5, and AR raised to 6. By substituting the R3 in each of these situations, and we all know that A is equal to 2, first one, 2 into 3, that is 6, 2 into 3 raised to 9, 3 raised to 9 means 9, you will get 18. Likewise, you need to do like this. This is how a geometry mean structure will be like, and just remember the format or a scenario how the geometric mean series will be. Next case, find the geometry mean between 2 and 8. We have done the same in here. Okay, just find out the answer of this question. Find the geometry between 2 and 8. It is a very simple question, just try it. Okay, next one. 3 numbers in ascending order are in geometry progression such that their product is 5, 1, 2. Find the middle number. Just try to find the answer of those two questions. Next one. If the value of a car is depreciated 20% annually, what will be its estimated value at the end of the 10th year if its present value is rupees 5,000? It's an application level question. Just go through it very wisely. In this question, it is said that the present value of the car is 5,000 and it is depreciated at 20% yearly for around 10 years, and you need to find the estimated value at the end of the 10th year. Before going into the problem, you need to understand the concept that the value of an asset or the car is 5,000 and depreciation charge is 20%. So we can say that, and you need to find the value of the same asset by the end of the 10th year. So you need to find out the value of each value of the car that will be at the end of this each year. Okay, just assume that the value of the car is 5,000. And as per the depreciation concept and accounting principle, we know that by the end of that year, this 5,000 will be depreciated to a number that is 20% less than 5,000. Or that is 5,000 less 20%, you will get a number that will be the value of the car at the end of the first year. Okay, so the first year, the value at the end of the first year is 4,000. So A is 4,000. I hope you understand why we took A 4,000 instead of 5,000, because in the question it is stated that you need to estimate the value of the car at the end of the 10th year. So since you have to identify the value of the car at the end of the 10th year, you need to consider the same concept at the beginning also. So value of the car at the end of the first year is 4,000. Okay, next one, R is 80%. You all know what is R is a common ratio, that is that specific number or a percentage that has to be multiplied with each of the series so that you will get the next succeeding number. So here the depreciated value is 20%. That is, the remaining is 80%. There will be 80% value for the asset at the end of each year. So that we can say that R is 80%. By substituting the number in the equation where geometry progression equation, you will get 2T10 equal to AR raised to 10 minus 1. That is 4,000 into 8 raised to 0.8. 0.8 means 80%. It's 0.8 raised to 10 minus 1. That is T10 equal to 4,000 into 0.8 raised to 9. You will get this one. Finally, the value is 536.87. So the value of the asset at the end of the 10th year is 536.87. I hope you understand the concept. Okay, let us deal with some other case. If A, B, C are in geometric progression, show that log A, log B and log C are in arithmetic progression. The question is a bit complicated. In this case, we need to consider various new aspects. Okay, just go through it and remember the concept. Okay, we know that b square equal to ac. In a geometric progression where a geometry mean situation, we know that b square equal to ac. We also know that this b square equal to ac is obtained from this situation b by a equal to a by b. Okay, next one. Next one, we multiplied log to each items in the both sides of the equal sign. Here b square equal to ac. So I multiplied log to each side, that is log b2 log into b2 equal to log a into log c. Why I multiply log with these two? Okay, the concept is whenever a variable or a number, usually in variable situation, whenever a variable along with the power in number, in order to remove that power, you will multiply log with that variable. For that, for example, a variable, here a variable is b raised to 2. If I multiply log with b2, that is here log into b2, here I didn't put that multiplication sign, log into b2. Why I multiply log with b2? Because whenever a variable power with any number, if you multiply a log with that variable, you can change that power to a number form, that is 2 log b. For example, if a variable, just imagine variable b raised to 8, b raised to 8, in order to remove that power, you can multiply b raised to 8 into log, you will get 8 log b. It's a normal mathematical concept, just remember it. Okay, I multiply log with both sides, both the variables of the equal sign, right? Both sides are equal sign, so I will get log b2 equal to log a into log c. Next one, once I multiply log with b raised to 2, I got 2 log b equal to, since here are 2 log, you can give a common log with bracket a into c. Here is one another rule as per the mathematical concept. Whenever a log is attached to any two variables or a number, you need to do like this. Log AC, otherwise known as log A plus log C. Okay, don't confuse by reverse thinking from this step to this. Once you change this form to this one, you need to consider the mathematical concept. As per the mathematical concept, log AC means log A plus C. Okay, all this is applicable in case of unknown variables. Okay, now you will get log B plus log B, because here 2 log B means there are 2 log B's. So log B plus log B equal log A plus log C as per the mathematical concept. Now let's make some arrangements. Here log B minus log A equal to log C plus log B. I think everyone know this step. We have did this step in one of the previous cases where B minus A equal to C minus B. We have dealt that equation in some of the cases which we have dealt in the previous classes or sessions. Because of that concept, we did the same in here. So log B minus log A equal to log C minus log B. Finally, this is applicable, or this case will come only in case of an arithmetic progression. So we can say that log A, log B and log C are in arithmetic progression. It may seem confusing, but just remember some of the concept or mathematical rules which we have applied for the first time in this case. Apart from that, all the other steps are similar or cases which we have discussed. Just go through it. If you have any doubt, just contact me. That's all for today. We will deal with further cases in the coming sessions. Thank you.